And welcome back to the Angry Buddha Official. I have another review for you. Now, I wish I would have tried this snuff sooner. It's one I always put on the list, and I would put on one of my snuff order lists all the time, and it just ended up being taken off, not thinking that, the snuff company would ever go out of business. And I'm sure you're wondering which of those ones I'm talking about, which is going to be Bernard's. Hopefully McCrystal can bring them back the way they're supposed to be. I'm not doubting them. It's going to be hard to master maybe it's not going to be hard, but maybe not so much for them. But yeah, I hope they can bring it back because, and we still have a lot more, and we'll be reviewing more menthols on here. But y'all know, and I always say it, and I gotta say it on all the videos when I'm talking about it, just in case there's any new people here, I'm not a big fan of menthols. However, after trying this, this is definitely equal status with the few that I do love, and Bernard's F, which stands for Fichtennadel or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well. No, I'm not gonna repeat it because I sound retarded. So, Fichtennadel or Fichtennadel. It'd be probably Fichtennadel. I don't know. Anyways, I've been told many times, and I've even been told, I think, like what that means, but whatever. So Bernard's F. This is an awesome snuff. For one, the menthol in it doesn't overpower the other scent in it. The only other scent in it really is spruce pine. And so kind of like a pine tree, pine needles. Oh my gosh. Think of being out in the mountains or the forest. And there's a little underlying scent of like smoky tobacco there. It's just very subtle, but even that little wave of it, like kind of at the end of the menthol and the pine, man, you really just get the feeling of like camping outdoors without a whole bunch of smoke in your face, like in a snuff, which I love, and I still get a little bit of that benefit right at the end. It's very lovely. So imagine yourself outside around a bunch of pine trees, pine needles everywhere. Maybe you can smell it in the air. You smell a little bit of a campfire going. It's cold outside. This is a snuff you can do indoors and drift away and be outdoors, and for me, in my opinion, or imagine it, using this in the Black Forest of Germany. I don't know. It's a really, or I guess that's what it makes me think of. This is a really nice snuff, and for me, this is probably going to, just like that too. And I'm coming back to this later, and I already know I'm gonna love it. So if anything, I'm not gonna use much of it. This is an original. This isn't McCrystal's. But anyways, I'm going to go and put this up after this. I don't even want it out this long. This is replacing any top menthol I had in my brain that I thought was like the best. This is probably the best menthol I've ever had in my life. That's just because I love the scent of pine. And the menthol doesn't overpower the pine. I'd say the pine, the spruce or whatever, is a little bit stronger than the menthol, but they work together. They're kind of really level. The menthol's not overpowering the spruce. The spruce might be overpowering the menthol a little bit, but they're kind of just working the same together. And then at the end, somewhere around there, I get a little subtle, not every time, like maybe a little bit of smokiness at the end. Now that just might be something I'm smelling, but that last one, but this is really nice. Let's take a pinch and I will show you. I have some in the nose already. I couldn't help myself. I tried it yesterday. Man, it's like a dark brown. I'd say kind of a medium to medium coarse, and slightly moist maybe. There might be a little bit of moisture in here. Not sure if it's supposed to be moisture or if it's supposed to be a little dry like this. I think I can feel it's a little bit, there's a little bit of moisture in there. Not like a whole lot to tell with your fingers, but I can tell. So I'm gonna do the rest of that off my hand, and then I'm gonna put this in. None of this is going to waste. you know, snuff is all about sharing. And actually, before I say this, because if that person's watching, I'm not talking about you, bro. I got you. Might have a couple extra of those I can toss your way since you've never tried them and didn't get to. Although the crystals is supposed to bring back Renard, so if they master it, you still will get to try it. You know, it might not be the original, but like I said, I got you. But however, like I said, for all you folks, no offense, I ain't sharing none of these, boy. I'm not sharing any of these. Well, I only got one. I only have one. So, one original. That means that, you know, never again after that's gone. Even if McCrystal makes one that smells exactly like it, it'll never be the original. And by the actual brand. So, very, very sad. But, unless they come back somehow. Anyways, we got the rest of this. Nick is like medium. But this is, for me, this is snuff that... Sure, I'll take some nicotine if it's got some in it, but I'm not worried about the nicotine in this one. It is there, but the scent is just, it's one of those snuffs where I don't give a shit if there's nicotine or not in it. I'm gonna snuff this just because it smells so damn good. Immediately, God, I gotta get some more. It's so freaking good. Oh, I got a crackhead with this shit. Okay, that was a little too much. But anyway, so like immediately as it hits your nose, you get hit with some menthol and pine. Now, okay, let me say that back. Let me start. When it first hits your nose, you immediately get the spruce. The menthol is pretty much there with it, so you're getting them both at the same time. That spruce is still a little bit more dominant. As it's in your nose, the sensation of that menthol kind of overpowers it, but not overpowers the scent, overpowers that sensation you get from the menthol, where my whole nose is cold and solid. Not the coldest of menthols, but I can breathe very well. It's open. My nasal passage, god damn, I can't even talk. Passageways are clear. This is so much happening. I'm trying to swallow. And I don't know. It's just really nice to me. I guess I just really love the smell of pine or spruce. But, I mean, me and my wife, we get, it's like pine woods or something. I don't know, whatever. Waxes. We melt the waxes in our house. And we have like a bunch of wax burners. You have to with 4 kids. Oof. Anyway, it's just so lovely. Reading text messages as I'm doing this. That's why I keep getting distracted. Sorry. It's the wife. I have to read them. God dang it. Anyway, this, the pine and the menthol is fantastic. If it didn't have the menthol, I would still love it. If anything, I wouldn't mind like a pine and then kind of like a campfire smoky scent behind it. Like without the menthol, that would be great too. Now the menthol right now that it's been sitting, the menthol, I keep taking some. So there's just more menthol in there and it's getting colder and colder in a small little area, I guess. The menthol is overpowering the spruce a little bit. But with every inhale and exhale, pine. That's the power of pine sol, baby. No, this is not pine sol. This is, and the pine in it is not, and to me it doesn't seem artificial. I think I'm getting a little bit of that Vic smell from the menthol, but that, or like I said, and it's mixing very well with the pine. That could be the pine and the menthol together, kind of making that smell. But that pine is so good. Oh my gosh, I just feel like I just swallowed a pine tree, shoved some pine trees up my nose. Jeez, it's so good. I don't know, for me, I love it. And now I'm starting to feel the nicotine. I'm starting to feel it in the face. Not too cloggy. It's medium to mid, kind of dark brown. A little coarse, not too coarse though. Maybe like a little bit. It's moist, but it's not too moist. It's more on the drier side. I think I mentioned that already. But yeah, Nick's coming up. Definitely a medium nicotine, I guess, volume. Do a few good pinches though, you're gonna be feeling it. I'm sure if I did like a few more as much as I just did, I'd be feeling it pretty nicely. But anyway, that's Bernard's F, and I hope you enjoyed this review. It's the Angry Buddha Official. Please like and subscribe. That like does so much more than you think. Appreciate it.